welcome to another Rallying the Forge episode. Happy to be here. I am Solymr, and today's video we are going to be talking about Season 1 wrapping up. We'll talk about all the events coming this week, and we will talk about GenCon, and we'll see if there's anything else that we're going to touch on. But Season 1 is wrapping up. It ends tomorrow, a little bit before normal end time for it, so they're cutting it off like 30 minutes early. But make sure you get all of your achievements completed that you want, that you're close on. If you look in game at the client here, it'll put which ones you're closest to at the top, so you know which ones you're close to finishing out, and you can try to go get those extra points there. Leaderboards, the points from Sunday night into Monday, depending on where you are, how that'll work out for you, those are not going to count for the daily points, and those are 80 for first place on like PvP wins or XP or whatever the value is. 150 I think for the wins and the 80 for all the XPs. So those small amount of points are not going to count for the last day, but all of the stuff that you earn through achievements and whatnot, they will count as they get tallied in. So just be aware. Don't wait to the last second to try to get some stuff done. You don't want them to cut it off and you not get credit for it. The other thing with that is you need to claim your rewards. If you have any unclaimed rewards, this is going to go away when they cut it off. You will not be able to sit there, wait for the points to update, and then claim your chest. These are going away, so claim everything you have to collect. If you've been sitting on it, grab it now. Don't risk losing everything you've earned, right? Community points. We touched on this last video, I believe, but Lucas has tallied up missing points, community points, and whatever else they have for people, and he posted a sheet. That sheet is a little outdated now, and he hasn't posted an update. However, what we do know is everyone who has the daily leaderboard points that from the beginning of the season until roughly the end of June, when they fixed it, all those points are going to get added back to people's accounts, because it's quite a large number for some players, minor for many others, but those points you can expect to be added back to your account. They said they're going to include them. You do not need to send in a ticket. They're going to be counted. So the leaderboard on the website, of course, no different than in client, except that you can see outside of the top 10 to see where you might be standing with something. So if you're looking for a few extra points, today's really the last day for the leaderboard points. So get them while you can. Every little bit counts, right? So obviously the top 25 and really the top 100 are the biggest, we'll call stakeholders in this, because they have a guaranteed floor, a minimum of their prizes that they're going to get. So if you are in the top 100, any small amount of points can boost you up. If you get a couple thousand, you're going to jump way up in your standings. So if you're borderline, you definitely want to knock out those quests today. Tomorrow it'll be your last chance, of course. Top 25's a little bit harder to jump and move up. They can be separated by several thousand points per level, or per rank, I guess is a better word. But do remember, these points do not include the community or missing points for players, so that could really impact where you actually are if you're not getting any of those points. The season 0.2 points are going to be given to all players who earned them. I sent that list into Stoneblade, and they're gonna see about getting those points added to everyone's account. So I made a sheet that's not public, but I basically compiled the leaderboard points, the season 0.2 missing points, and the community points modified after the season missing points were removed from the community points missing points section, so they're not duplicated, to give a best estimate of the standings. So you can see right here, this is like the top 50 roughly. It might be kind of small on your screen, I'm not sure, but so these are kind of my best guess estimates. The one thing to pay attention to is, if you're worried about getting jumped, is embers. Those points get added immediately. They get updated in the client on the website immediately, so you can see if someone's spending a bunch of embers last minute to jump you. So there's that. So Discord, Lucas made a post. If I can find my Discord, there we go. So Aussie says season 1 ends Monday at 4:30. It's Pacific Daylight Time. It's like 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Adjust for your own time zone always. At that point, the day leaderboards will still be live, but they will no longer contribute. And then the achievement point reward boxes will be removed from the game. I already mentioned that. Points earned on the final day, other than points from the leaderboard, those will be counted. The leaderboard won't. If you're missing any non-leaderboard points, email support@stoneblade.com so they can look into it and get them counted for you. Final results will probably be reported by the end of the week. And then in the coming weeks, they will share the steps needed to claim your final Season 1 rewards. So I'm guessing they'll probably go through a similar process to how they did when they did the Web3 launch, showing how to set up a wallet, link it to your account in the game, or not in the game, on the website. It'll probably be an airdrop through that method, is my guess, unless they're going to do something different with it, which if they do, then we'll have that info from them when they release it. And then the last thing is, they're aiming to have all Season 1 prizes delivered before the end of August. However, not mentioned is for higher prize values, that will be spread out over the course of several months, up to 10 months. But we don't know what that value is. So everyone can expect some prizing in August, but the higher reward values will get a little bit through each month, is my guess. Then he talks about the next patch. All quests will award more gold. There's no end date set for this, but they'll be sharing more info on the in-game rewards soon. So I don't know if that's a temporary thing, if there's going to be something with that going on. I'm not really sure what that's about, but we'll get more gold for quests, the daily quest, so that's going to be good. They're going to add, it's not added yet, but when the patch drops, they've added a quest log to the play screen where you select your deck, so it's easier to pick the right deck for your quest. And then there's a brand new deck opening sequence in display. Give it a try and let us know what you think. So excited for that. I know several other card games that I've played, they always have some animation when you open a deck. Not so much in this game. I don't have a deck code to open a deck right now and see. But we'll go to the play menu. Of course, it takes forever to load. I don't know why it does this, but if you don't click into play, it doesn't load it until you click into it, when it should be doing it in the background. Same for your collection. And as someone who has a large collection, a lot of decks, it's frustrating that I have to sit here and wait when I've been sitting at the main screen for however long. So they do have space to the left, or they could do over here potentially, or maybe when you go change deck, maybe they have it in this menu. It's kind of cramped, so unless they're going to cut down how many decks you see, my guess is that it'll be somewhere maybe up here, over here. I wouldn't mind, like, you could, what do we have, 6 max, 333, 333 right here, just so you can see them, maybe a little smaller. Wouldn't bother me in the least bit. But we'll see how that goes. You know, they're right over here. They're not too big. I feel like that space is the same as that. It might fit their normal size. So, oops. I did not mean to jump into a battle. So, that is all I have on season 1. It's coming to a close. It's been a lot of fun. It's also been frustrating with all the bugs and issues and all the extra work various people in the community have put forth to try to resolve these bugs and help them along the way. I hope, obviously, we expect they're going to do a season 2, but you know, if they do, I hope they it's hard for them to do as, you know, as thorough testing as, you know, 1,000 players can do, but you know, try to make sure that things are in better shape than they were for this one. Just, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's. But overall, obviously, it's been a fun experience. More so than any negative experiences. There certainly were some throughout the season, but I think it's been good, and it's, you know, for me as someone who does a ton of the achievements, trying to knock them out because that's just how I am, you know, playing campaign as much as I had been, you know, it got me to a point of I don't ever want to play campaign again. I'm sure campaign will be a thing again in the next season, or maybe they'll have a new campaign out, who knows. But we'll see. We'll see how that works and goes, right? Okay, so back to this. So we're going to talk about upcoming events. There are, check the time here. So by the time this video is released, the first random tournament you see there will be running or done. And then there will be one Sunday evening, 8 p.m. I believe that is Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be the last random tournament you could potentially join. If you go undefeated, you get a deck code, potential other prizes per ML Van B. So tomorrow night, the Bronze Crucible constructed, 8 p.m. We only have myself signed up, so register if you're interested in playing. Winner gets SFG, and a random participant will get a booster worth of deck codes. It'll be a deck from set 1, 2, and 3, and a legendary dino deck. So 4 decks for 1 random participant. We also have TheUpsideDown. It is at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central Time. He's got 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. CET. So that is more friendly for, obviously, European players in their evening time, and it's middle of the day for U.S. players. So we have those events going on, and then we also have Wednesday game night, of course, every Wednesday. We also have Cards and Coffee Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And then at 6 p.m. Friday, We have I don't know if it's OLA or OLA guild event. I think that's going to be a casual play. Not positive on that. We do have links set up in the Discord. Let me see if I can't find it in Discord here. I believe in the event server it has it. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a casual play type thing. I don't know what prizes are available or anything of that nature, but it'll be a bunch of their guild players probably joining the queue and playing. I'm not positive. So if you're interested in that, though, you can join their Discord, I imagine, and yeah, play some matches with those guys. So, and then also, it's not posted here. You can't see because I didn't switch back to Chrome, but it's not posted here. Saturday Sealed Showdown is back. We just had that yesterday. That was set 1 or set 4. Set 1 is this coming weekend. So make sure you sign up for that when he posts it up. Also, there will be a Saturday Sealed Showdown during the weekend of GenCon. It'll be, obviously, at its normal time. So that will probably be set 2. I guess he goes in order, I think, 4, 1, 2, 3. So he will be hosting that. I got that from him. So make sure when he posts that, if you're interested, you can sign up for that. I think that's all the events this week that I am aware of. If more pop up, we'll get them on the calendar. And so then we have GenCon coming. It is, what, like 10 days, 11 days away? What are we? Like 11 days away from GenCon. So here is a picture of the convention center, and the football field is up this way. I don't know what they're going to have going on there. I don't know. I did try last year the food trucks. They were out in this area where the hand's at. Them moving back and forth. Hard to see maybe. I didn't care for the food all that much. But the food at the stadium was really good. It's stadium food, but I felt it was much better than the food trucks. Or at least the options felt better. The lines weren't as bad. So I don't know. I think Ankh said they might have some vending machines or something in this area. I don't know if they have any actual food people out in this area. I did not spend much time in this hall area, this massive hall, because SolForge was not there last year. They are this year. Hall A is where their games will be. So come there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday they have Ascension Worlds going on, I believe. Friday is SolForge Fusion Worlds. Saturday is SolForge Fusion Storyline. And I don't know what they have going on Sunday. But they might have something small going on. I'm not sure. Of course, up in this section is where all the vendors are. You can go shopping, see all sorts of games, learn to plays, a lot of stuff to go see and do. The key thing here, though, is right here, 2947. This is where SolForge Fusion Stoneblade Entertainment will be set up. So you can stop by there and get cards and promos, mats, whatever they got going on. I don't know what they're going to have. We do know they're going to have some set 4. So I do want to say for that Thursday evening, we're going to have a player-led sealed event. So it's going to be set 4. You'll need to pick up a booster from the Stoneblade area there. And then we're going to try and play in Hall A. Don't know the time yet. We're going to try and hash that out as we get closer to find out what time people are available. I'm thinking either 6 or 8 o'clock, depending on if we can figure out what time this hall closes. So someone did say Magic has an event kicking off at 8 p.m. So we're thinking we should be good if we start at 8, that we'll finish before whatever they have going on would finish. If we start at 6, we should be fine. We should be done before even the 8 o'clock. So we'll figure out all those details, and of course we'll share them as soon as we know them. But this is where they will be. So if you're in any of these other hotels there, looks like, I don't know if this one has a walkway over, maybe. Looks like it might. So should show here. So if you didn't have your tickets mailed to you, or ordered them late, or you got an event that you signed up for late, didn't get those tickets sent to you, Wednesday night will call is open pretty late. I don't know if they're open all night, but they're open probably till at least midnight, or like maybe even 1 or 2 in the morning. So in this section down here, the Wabash East Concourse is where will call will be. And the line last year when we came in was obviously all the way up through here, but it went all the way down to the end here and might have even looped back around. So quite a long line. It moves pretty quickly though, and obviously everyone's there. You're just socializing with people, doing whatever. So if you need to, Wednesday night, I recommend going and doing that. Thursday morning, this line will be just as long. Obviously nothing opens till 10 a.m. each day, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So all these doors are, well, I know these doors to all the stores and stuff is locked until 10. The first day is closed down till 10, I think, and then after the first day, I think it's open at some point. You can walk in here if you need to earlier than 10. So yeah, should be a good time. Looking forward to seeing people there. If you are going to be there, you can always go to the Discord, and there's a GenCon 2025 thread that you can post in if you like, to let people know you're going to be there, and we'll be on the lookout for you. The other thing I wanted to mention, so the SolForge Fusion World Cup, obviously it says Hall A, blue 4 to 11. So that is, I'm guessing, table numbers. And then the Saturday, it's different tables. It looks like 10 to 17. So just be aware that tables could be assigned, if that's what that means. I'm guessing it does. So that's new information that was not here previously. So I'm sure they'll have a sign up so you know it's SolForge Fusion or Stoneblade in that area. But just be aware of what tables. Come find us. If you can't find it for some reason, if you post in the Discord, I'll be checking it throughout the day leading up to the start of the events, because I'm participating in both. If it's before they start, I can try to help track you down if you're lost for some reason, but it should be pretty easy to find. And then I guess that's really all I have for this video. Just wanted to remind people, get those Season 1 achievements completed today, tomorrow. Leaderboards tomorrow will not count. They will count for today. So everything's kind of wrapping up as we're getting through summer here. And then, in 10 days or so, it'll be GenCon. Really looking forward to that, obviously. And then after that, I didn't mention it, but I should. they're planning to have a, I don't want to say in-client, but it's going to be in-client somehow, but it might be through the website type thing. They're going to have a storyline event online for everyone, and that's supposed to be in August. We just don't know what weekend yet. So be on the lookout for that. As more information comes, we will of course get it out to you regarding that. That should be a really exciting time. Storyline events are a lot of fun, so I'm curious what they're going to be doing for that and how they're going to do it in the client. But yeah, so as always, appreciate you watching, appreciate your time. Thank you for being here. Make sure you if you want to like, subscribe, and or comment, I appreciate it. And also, don't forget the other content creators that put videos up, or whether it's a video or something on X, or they stream on Twitch. Make sure you support them too, because they need it as well. So appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. See you later.